Well, everyone, this is a moment I've been waiting for a long time on this channel. I'm on my way now to the airport in Abu Dhabi to board a flight to Saudi Arabia, a place that by any measure I am not supposed to be in. But ever since I started this journey as an Israeli Jew, trying to visit as many Muslim countries, and some might say, quote, enemy countries as I can, I knew this is the place that I have to visit. Now, growing up, I didn't know much about Saudi Arabia, except the fact that it's an ultra-conservative monarchy, the birthplace of the Prophet Muhammad and the religion of Islam, and that they have a ton of oil. Luckily, I'm one of 10% in Israel with a second passport, giving me the unique opportunity to legally enter Saudi Arabia and see with my own eyes what else it has to offer. Still, I know I need to be careful, not just about revealing my identity, but also with my camera, as filming in public places, and especially other people, is not widely accepted and could potentially land me in trouble. So this will be a challenging video to make, but I'm ready. So here we are, everyone, alone in Saudi Arabia. My adrenaline is pumping. And this is the eastern coast of the country, the city of Dammam. This is what we call the Corniche, which is the seafront, and is from here that I will begin my journey to cross Saudi Arabia from east to west. Starting here in Dammam, which is the oil-producing region of Saudi Arabia, and then traveling to the center, to Riyadh, which is the political nucleus of the country, and then from there westward to the religious center of Saudi Arabia and of the entire Islamic world. All right, so this gentleman here is trying to cross the road. انت من دمام؟
أنا موجود حايل.
حايل. حايل في شوت.
حايل الشمال.
شمال في شمال.
شمال حايل الشمالية.
اوكي.
كيف حالك أنت؟
أنا منيح. الحمد لله. You speak English?
ما قعدوا.
English?
What's your name?
Alec. My name Alec.
إن شاء الله.
Nice to meet you. What can I see in دمام؟ شو في يعني أنا بشوف بدمام.
ما شاء الله. يا حياك الله. كيف حالك؟ تحية.
شكرا. مع السلامة. So I really need some coffee. I don't know if I can catch a taxi here on this massive highway, but they do have Uber in Saudi Arabia. مرحبا. ممكن كاميرا منيح؟ كاميرا؟ يعني سوق التمر. تعرف؟ تمر ديتس. تمر منيح؟ بدي أنا باكل تمر.
بدك تاكل تمر الحين؟
يعني تمر أصلي لا؟ في سعودية؟ التمر أصلي الأحسن. Taxi driver is going to take us to the dates market. The best dates that they have here in Dammam, huge variety, and in Saudi Arabia, they've been eating dates for many years, huh? Dates?
Maybe
1,000 years, more than 1,000 years, long time.
سياحة كم يوم؟
أسبوعين. لا بدمام أسبوعين، في مملكة السعودية العربية السعودية. How do you say? اسم الدولة.
العربية السعودية صح؟
عربية السعودية.
Exactly.
Okay, good. See, we are learning. My Arabic still learning.
You're very smart.
Very smart? Okay, thank you.
2 weeks and you speak like Arabic?
No. I arrived yesterday. امبارح.
ما شاء الله.
بس تعلمت شوية عربية قبل. You are from Dammam.
خبر. كيف؟
Dammam. Yes, you say dammam with the shadda. Yeah, shadda, dammam.
Yes.
Like Muhammad.
2M. Yes.
Muhammad. Dammam. Okay. People here very nice, very nice.
Of course. And you look like a nice person. So
Not like nice person.
you are nice.
Ah, so okay.
But
Yeah.
just,
Yeah, English you're learning. Okay. Hopefully, inshallah, there will be more people will come to Saudi Arabia, and then your English get better, huh?
right.
Right? Okay. Every kind of dates. Look.
Start from here.
Yeah.
Then go there.
They have also outside or only inside shop?
No. Tamar.
Yeah.
Because the weather
Ah, okay.
too much hot.
Yeah.
They put it here.
Okay. Okay.
You can start from there and to there.
Okay.
And I hope you like it.
I will like, I'm sure.
I'm sure. Good to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Nice
man.
talk.
Nice to meet you. Thank you.
Take care, huh?
So here we are at the dates market. All of these are dates shops. They have different types of dates, which is traditional food here, as our taxi driver friend has been saying. Been eating for thousands of years.
How are you?
Marhaba, kifak? Nice to meet you. This your shop?
Yeah.
Can I see?
Yeah.
It's okay?
Yeah.
Still? Okay. He's inviting us inside. All right, let's see.
May soup, wahid to round.
English? Hola.
Yeah.
English, okay. So young people, they're all speaking English in Saudi Arabia now. But look at all the dates. Look how many types. You won't find this in, I don't know, your local supermarket.
Yeah.
What is the difference? This one?
Adwal Medina.
Yeah.
Adwal Medina, in Medina.
Ah, it's coming from Medina.
Yeah.
What is the difference between this one and, let's say, this one or?
This sugar high. This sugar medium.
Yes.
Yes.
Ah, all right.
Yeah.
I don't like too much sugar. Can I try one, sugar medium?
You can, yeah.
Okay, let's try. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, because I'm used to eating the ones that have a lot of sugar.
Yeah.
So it's from.
Also, low sugar.
Yeah.
Also low sugar. Ambar al-Medina.
Ah, okay.
Sigay al-Medina.
All right, guys. If you're on a sugar diet, then you have this one here. So can I have? I will buy some like low sugar one.
Yeah. 1 kg.
1 kilo. How much? How many would be 1 kilo?
1 kg 25.
25 of these.
25. This 1 kg 45. 40 only.
No, but how many? I don't want. I want like 5, 6 of them, not too many.
5?
Yeah.
5?
10.
5 kg?
Five, yeah, 10 single ones, yeah.
10?
Yeah.
Only 10?
Yeah.
Arabic coffee.
Every type of coffee bean, yeah.
French coffee. Also white coffee. Every
Yeah.
different.
You like your coffee, huh?
Yeah.
They like coffee over here. Yeah, it's every Arab country they love their coffee. Trust me, that's what I needed to wake up. I was given a coffee here by the expert on the dates. All right, we stocked up on some dates. Again, something we've been eating here for thousands of years. As our friend before said. Hello.
Hello. How are you?
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you
Nice
too.
to meet you. This سوق بس سوق الدمام. السوق أحسن في دمام هذا.
هذا أحسن سوق في الدمام.
هذا جملة
أحسن سوق في
جملة.
دمام.
هذا جملة.
جملة.
أيوة.
Okay. إنجليزي.
Where are you from?
US.
US.
أمريكا.
أمريكا. أمريكا good.
أمريكا good.
أيوة.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, they want to go to America. Of course, they don't know that I don't live in America. And it's important to note at this point, please don't cause any problems to anyone in this video who interacts with me. Come back to my hotel room for midday because boy, it is hot out there at these hours. So a chance to show you a bit of what you can get for 50 bucks in Dammam at least. And here a nice little bathroom, a sitting area, and this bedroom. Holy Quran. And this very weird light scheme. light display. I don't know what that's for. But yeah. And I can tell you, in a year and a half of travels, I have never spent as much as $50 on accommodation because my budget is very low. But they don't have that many budget options here in Saudi Arabia in many of the places. That's something that you should take into consideration if you want to come here. I've been reading up about it a little bit. And I think some people in the tourism industry here understand that you cannot just have ultra luxury options, which you definitely have in many of the cities and attractions. But if you really want to have a thriving tourism industry, then you also need to have 2-star hotels, 3-star hotels, maybe hostels, so that you can bring all kinds of people to this place so they can see what it's about. So it's evening time here in Dammam, which is when the Souk El Hob, the market of love, comes to life with all of the gold shops that they sell here. Look at all of that gold. Wow, so look, a super beautiful mosque here in the middle of the city of Dammam. I don't know what its name is. Are you ready to go to Riyadh? Well, I was going to take a train, but it was fully booked 2 days in advance. So instead, we're going with the night bus, 6-hour drive. Check out the oasis on the edge of Riyadh. This is the area known as Diriyah, which is one of the most important historical areas that we have here in Saudi Arabia. So we see here the ruins of ancient Diriyah, and it was here that a local sheikh named Muhammad ibn Saud ruled in the 18th century. And in the year 1744, he formed a pact with an influential cleric that would change the history of this region. That cleric was named Muhammad ibn Abd al-Wahhab, who had started a revivalist form of Sunni Islam that called to return to the earlier writings of the faith, of the Quran and the Hadith. And it's these two figures, one Muhammad ibn Saud and one named Ibn Abd al-Wahhab. If you recognize those two names, Saud, Saudi Arabia, and Wahhab, Wahhabism, the Wahhabism movement of Islam, which is the dominant form of the religion here in Saudi Arabia. That pact is the genesis of the modern Saudi state that we see today. And together they would go on to conquer much of this area of the Central Arabian Peninsula, the area known as Nejd, and even all the way to the Hijaz, where was Mecca and Medina. This strong political entity was called the Emirate of Diriyah, also known as the first Saudi state. So you see they've made here some very fancy display halls to walk here on top of the ruins. So this is, of course, all part of the attempt here in Riyadh to develop tourism, part of the Vision 2030, which is to diversify the economy of Saudi Arabia to not be just reliant on oil. And obviously tourism is one of the big things that they're trying to develop here.
The palace of the first Saudi state. It's around 12,000 kilometers. It's one of the biggest palaces in the Arabian Peninsula.
All right, so we have here a guide at the site of Diriyah.
Yes. Mahas Hali, a licensed tour guide.
Licensed tour guide. Okay,
Yes.
so they rebuilt this site, right? Because it was kind of
Yes.
half ruins
Yes.
recently, and it's part of like the huge amount of tourism coming now to Saudi Arabia.
Yes, it's open at 2022, but it's from 2010. It's become a UNESCO site.
Right.
Yes, it's listed place at UNESCO site, and the place is the beginning of the first Saudi state, established at 1727.
Right. Thank you very much. How many people come here like every year? It's a lot.
Oh, now we come. Now with Saudis become big in the tourism. Now it's become a lot.
Yeah. All right, thank you. See, the tourism is growing in Saudi Arabia. You come, you can get yourself a guide. See, she got a guide and they explain everything to you.
The history of first Saudi state.
Yeah.
We have three Saudi. First Saudi state, second Saudi, and Kingdom of Saudi
Right.
Arabia.
And the third Saudi state is named after the Saud kingdom. Sorry.
Yeah, kingdom.
The Ibn Saud.
Yeah,
The one and only.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Welcome.
Thank you. You see, the Saudi dynasty in the next century and a half faced many challenges and rivals, most notably the Rashidi dynasty of the Emirate of Jabal Shamr in Hail, who in the year 1891, with the backing of the powerful Ottoman Empire, captured Riyadh and exiled the Saudi dynasty, along with 15-year-old Abdulaziz, to Kuwait. But after a decade in exile, the future king decided to strike the enemy at the core. And here it is, the Masmak Fortress. It was here in 1902 that Abdulaziz ibn Saud launched his daring raid to capture the fortress and kick out the Rashidi dynasty that had been here, and thus began nearly 3 decades of the unification wars in the Arabian Peninsula, at the end of which Ibn Saud consolidated his control and founded what is the modern state of Saudi Arabia, also known as the Third Saudi State. And of course, under renovation, so we can't go inside. What can you do? So close to the ruins under renovation of the Masmak Fortress, we're here at this square, which is close to the oldest market that we have here in Riyadh, Souk El Zal. Alright, check it out. There's an auction going on here for this Aladdin's jug, if I can call it that. So the old gentlemen here are thinking about buying some of these products. Buy here some daggers if you want. قديش واحد؟
وين؟
هذا
يمكن 2 سنة عمر.
مين؟
ايه 2 سنة عمر.
200؟ من 200 سنة؟
200.
Huh? 200 سنة? Is he telling the truth? I don't know.
2000.
2000؟
ايوه.
2000؟ واو.
هذه قديم هذه 3000.
واو.
عمرها يمكن 100 سنة.
300 years, huh? Yes. It's a bit expensive for me, I think, 2,000, but it's very nice. He claims it's original. The gentleman here, if you want to buy a knife for 2,000 reals, then this, you have this. Shukran, Saidi.
عفوا.
Shukran. Shukran. There's no way I'm buying a 300-year-old knife for $400. Sorry. How do you know it's old?
والله
يعني كيف بتعرف يعني هذا من الماضي أصلي؟
ما أعرف والله هذا معلش.
Yeah.
أبارك الله يرزقك خمسته.
So now that it's prayer time, some of the shops, there isn't even a salesman in because he runs into the mosque to go pray. This video, okay, this is the guys in the market, Souk Perfume.
Yes.
Perfume market over here.
Yes.
Souk Dira, شو اسمها؟
ديرة
Souk Dira. It's next to the market where they have the auctions. You see, these guys come to the shop. Very nice. شكرا كثير. محلك. Whoa, this very strong.
Yes.
Very, very strong perfume.
أول
Okay.
شغل يقول لك نعم الريحة مرة كويسة.
الريح. Yes. Thank you. Voilà.
هذا يجيب زباين.
شكرا حبيبي.
عفوا حبيبي.
شكرا.
الله يرزقك.
The side. All right. Yeah. So you get the perfumes here if you want. He wants to show me. This one. شو الاسم؟
صالح.
صالح. هذا سعودي.
ايه.
برفيوم سعودي.
سعودي عربي.
قديش؟
ها؟ هذا كم فلوس؟
هذا
فلوس قديش؟
ب 115 ريال
150
115
115
أيوة.
اوكي $30 30 لا 30 $35
دولار
$35 اوكي $35
عندها هذا
Saudi perfume I can't buy now but مرة جاي مرة
إن
جاي
شاء الله.
شكرا إن شاء الله شكرا Considering the fact that all the women here dress almost identical, there's quite a lot of fashion options. They call it Times Square. It's modeled after Times Square in New York, but this one is in Riyadh, Boulevard City, the #1 place to go out at night in the capital of Saudi Arabia. Yeah, so VR City over here, virtual reality. We have our friend here, is okay? He's gonna take us on the virtual reality roller coaster. So let's take a look. It costs 25 riyals. Well, it's a decent price, no? All right, so this is the roller coaster. It's a solo ride. Here. What do we need to do? All right, so yeah, it's putting on this set for us. Oh my god. I don't see anything.
Are you ready?
Oh my god. You said 5 minutes. Yeah. I can't take it. Oh! I feel like I just got out of a real roller coaster. Well, thank you, brother. Thank you so much. I swear I'm sick. I feel sick. Yeah. Well, we went within a few hours from a bunch of old men haggling over ancient daggers in the souk to this. What can I say? So Riyadh, of course, it's a huge city, and to take taxis from place to place can be quite expensive, so they've been really working on the public transportation here. Look what we have. Air-conditioned bus stop. There, you get your tickets here, got the machines. I already have mine. And this will take us to our next destination. Of course, they are also working on a metro, but that isn't complete yet. You can see the high pass ones, not the ones that go underground, that are driving around Riyadh all the time, doing test runs. That one will open soon. In the meanwhile, we have the air-conditioned bus stop to wait until we go to our next destination.
Riyadh Bus is a paid service. Kindly validate your journey by tapping your dark card, bank card, or Riyadh Bus mobile
I have a ticket and the validation doesn't work.
Validation machine.
So we'll see if they'll fix that in the future. All right, we're off the bus and we're at the Al-Muraba district, where is the famous palace of Al-Muraba. First, check out though the water tower. It has some nice colors. It's a well-known landmark for some reason, I don't know. And they built a pyramid here out of crates. Don't know what's going on over here, but we're gonna go check out the palace, which was the palace that King Abdulaziz ibn Saud built after expanding the city beyond the original city walls. Where was the palace that he conquered in 1902, the beginning of the Unification Wars, what we saw earlier. So this is the Muraba Historical Palace, which they've turned into a museum. انت من رياض؟
ايوه انا مواليد واحد.
الأول مرة في قصر عبد العزيز؟
اول مره.
أول مرة؟
اول مره.
آه.
اول مره.
الملك
الله يرحمهم.
آه.
الله يرحمهم. الله يجعلهم الجنه.
يلا شكرا يا حبيبي. كويس ها؟
كويس.
مكان كويس.
الحمد لله.
الحمد لله.
الله يعزهم.
This guy knows how to appreciate life. It's a reenactment of King Abdulaziz's storming of the Masmak fortress in 1902, which enabled him to capture Riyadh and begin the Unification Wars leading to the consolidation of control of the Arabian Peninsula and the founding of the third Saudi state, which is the modern state of Saudi Arabia. We're off the bus, and in the neighborhood here of Al-Batta, which is a older, more rundown part of Riyadh, we saw some of the beautiful new buildings and boardwalks. But here, well, it's a little bit different. See, there are some local businesses, there are sewing machines there, and some of the more rundown buildings here as well. But what is very cool is that there is a place here known as Al-Dubya, where they actually have some mud brick houses. I'm not talking about just old buildings. Okay, fine. These are older buildings, but mud brick houses like the ones that they used to build here. Workers resting in the shade because it's midday, and the construction is just all over the place in the city. They are building like crazy. I have a feeling this entire area is going to be completely revamped very, very soon. There's a lot of construction going on. These very old houses are going to be replaced. Look, see there? It's kind of like a mud brick house, sort of old Riyadh house. When the city broke out from the city walls of the palace and started to expand to become the metropolis it is today. You can see what it used to look like, possibly. It's like going back in time in Riyadh. See, these are old mud brick buildings in Riyadh. You won't see it in all the tourism advertisements that they make here, but I find it actually more interesting and even more beautiful. Look at that. It's like an ancient city. And it's very likely going to be gone in the coming years, I suspect. See, old abandoned houses. And look at this. What I mean. It's just an abandoned neighborhood. Small little ghost neighborhood here in the middle of Riyadh. مرحبا. يلا. لسباق الخيل. We're here in the taxi on the way to the race course. I always had a dream of seeing a camel race. They don't have camel races right now, but they do have Arabian horse races, which is the unique breed that was developed on the Arabian Peninsula. تحكي إنجليزي أو؟ شوي عربي؟ بقى أنت سعودي أو؟ سعودي أوكي في كتير شوفير يعني من باكستان كتير شوفير. أنت رياضي من رياض أصلي من رياض. لا South Saudi. Okay, you come to Riyadh, big city.
Yes.
Okay, nice. What do you think, Riyadh good or yes? But Kabir, very Kabir. Hard to go places, very far.
Yes.
Very far.
You speak Arabic, okay, but not general.
Yeah.
You speak special. Syria.
Yeah, لهج شامي لا لهج سعودي. لهج سعودي صعب.
بس ما شاء الله. How drilling, how practice.
تعلمت وسافرت في الشرق الأوسط
ما شاء الله.
من مصر. الخيل العربية مهم للناس هنا يعني من ماضي لا مهم. Yes. So we have our friend here, a groundkeeper. Yeah. Can you tell me about that? He says, look, You cannot bet here on the horses. You only get to see the horses
no betting,
race. No betting.
No.
Why? Betting is haram in Islam.
It's not,
eh?
yeah, it's not allowed.
Now they hold here every year in February the world's richest horse race. $20 million in prize money. The Saudi Cup. It's a lot of money. So this is the VIP restaurant in King Abdulaziz racetrack. This is where you see here. You get a better view right on top of the finish line. Okay guys, here. Finally, the Arabian horse race. This is the Arabian horse. One of the most beautiful breeds you will see anywhere in the world. Khayul?
Exactly. Khuyul.
Khayul is multiple horses. Horses in multiple in Arabic. Khayl is one.
My parents don't know I'm smoking. You put
No, I won't. No. Expert horses. He knows a lot about horses.
Not a lot. It's a nice sport.
Yeah.
So, horses are beautiful.
And you work here.
Yeah.
And they love it. They love here in Saudi Arabia Arabian horses. It's part of the heritage.
Yeah, exact part of the tradition Saudi since too many years.
This is coming a respectable dress. So this is a horse,
المدفع.
Okay. Horse trainer. Yes?
Horse trainer and owner.
What's it like to train Arabian horse? يعني خيل عربي لسباق.
ايه خيل عربي
كيف هذا؟
100% ممتاز الحمد لله. خيل عربي يجي من انتاج عربي ولا توربت. اهم شيء كويس. يجي كويس، يجي لمبر 1 لمبر 2 لمبر 3 كويس.
Yes.
ورا كله عربي مستورد انتاج توربت يجي ورا هذا نوقد ما في.
Okay, maybe. Hopefully you win. يلا.
هلا
Have a good day.
انجليزي.
انجليزي. شكرا. And thank you to this guy.
صورة بكتب
صح. هلو.
سو واحد
كيفك؟
كذا
مسا على الخير. 1 2 3
قول وين فروم
4 in انجليزي you know 1 2
قول وين فروم
3
قول له
1 1 2 2 3 3
يعني 1 2 3
yeah you know good English
very good
very good
very good ممتاز روعة ممتاز شكرا
عفوا
oh that's really close
يلا جواها يلا
by a nose.
It's not often that I record an interview and have two cameras pointing at me, but that's what happens when you speak to content creators like Alec. Firstly, Alec, how are you doing?
I'm doing good, thank you.
What brings you to Saudi Arabia, to King Abdulaziz Racecourse?
Well, I see that they have some Arabian horses here, which is very cool because you don't see them as much abroad as you do here. And I wanted to see them run. And I know they have the world's richest race course here, the world's richest horse race, the Saudi Cup. So I was like, okay, let's check out this venue and see the races. And it's very cool. It's very nice. They enjoy their racing, and it's less about betting here because you're not allowed to bet in this country. So it's interesting to see how people they get excited about the racing even when they're not putting big sums of money on it. They have a real passion for it.
Your time here in Saudi Arabia itself, how have you found traveling around, enjoying the whole country as a whole, and Riyadh as a city?
Yeah, Riyadh's very surprising. It's kind of like the undiscovered Dubai, you know? Dubai kind of has, more is in the, let's say, in the public eye of a lot of people abroad, but I feel like Riyadh has a lot to offer because it has a lot of that like pizzazz, fancy stuff, but also more local, authentic feel as well. So you can actually meet a lot of local people. They're very nice, they're welcoming, they want to show you their culture and their country. A lot of history, like the old forts and things like that. So, it's a very interesting location. I think it's on the rise. Let's see. Hopefully, more people will come to Riyadh and discover it soon.
And I think that's what makes Riyadh such an incredible city. Is you mentioned the culture and both worlds colliding there. A real appreciation of the history and of the past, but also an acceptance of the future. And melding them perfectly together can be challenging. But I think this city does it incredibly well.
Well, that's my impression. You know, I haven't been here long enough. I'm very careful with what I say because, in the sense that to really understand the place, you need to spend a lot of time there. It's hard to, you know, from just being briefly to know exactly everything. So, like, I know I've only seen the tip of the iceberg, really, when it comes to Riyadh and Saudi Arabia. But definitely, my first impressions, it's a very interesting place, and I'm very happy that I came.
Well, thank you for taking the time to speak to us. Thank you for letting us on your YouTube channel as well. We're very grateful for that too. And Gareth Topham, you can take us through the runners and riders for this next contest. It looks a little bit stronger than what we last saw.
Oh, fair.
Thank you. Thank
Pleasure.
you.
Actually, mate. No problem at all.
Nice to
Thank
meet
you.
you. Thank
Pleasure.
you.
Pleasure.
We are about to leave Riyadh, but before we go, Kingdom Tower. It's got a chair in the elevator. The employee. How many floors is it?
Total 99.
99 floors? Can I film? It's okay.
77.
99 is?
Yeah, another better. Go 99.
We can go also 99. Yeah. Ah, okay. So they're taking a 77 and 99.
Another limit, right?
Okay. Ah, all right. This way? Okay. All right. So it's elevator number 2 here. Thank you. So they also have here what could be possibly the world's highest mosque, floor 77. He knows. It's here? Good. Okay. We'll just take a quick look inside. And look, here it is. Wow, it's a tiny little mosque. It's okay. We saw the shoes on, but we haven't actually entered. And this, the King Abdullah Mosque, if you want to pray at altitude. We are on the bridge, on top of the hole underneath us, and we got all of Riyadh out before us. Look at that. The city is just huge. It's grids, straight lines, stretching, wow, as far as the eye can see.
You seem to be very excited.
Well, I'm making the...
Overly excited.
You need to be excited for the video. What can you do?
You're making the YouTube video.
If you look down, you can also see the bit underneath and the hole that we're standing on top of, essentially. All right, here we are at the airport in Riyadh, about to set off on the final leg of our journey, flight to the holy city of Medina.
This is the final boarding call for passengers traveling on Plymouth.
Well, we've reached the streets of Medina, everyone. This is not far from the central area where the Prophet Muhammad built the first ever mosque in the Arabian Peninsula. But other parts of the city, well, you know, this is what it looks like. And there's many really basic accommodations here in this more rundown part of the city that host pilgrims coming to Medina and Mecca. So we can see there in the background the Masjid al-Nabi, the Prophet's mosque, and I've read online and heard here conflicting stuff about where you're allowed to approach as a non-Muslim. So I'm trying to figure that out now to see what I'm allowed to film. Hello? English? Yes. So just a question. For non-Muslim, you're allowed to be here? Or until up to the fence of the mosque? Or which area are you allowed to visit? If you are non-Muslim, what area are you allowed to visit here?
You are non-Muslim?
No.
Oh. Who is non-Muslim?
Me.
You are non-Muslim?
No. No, because I see online they say you can come up to the, like to see the mosque picture outside, but not go inside.
Oh,
That's
okay.
what I read.
Oh.
I don't know if it's like, I want to make sure I'm doing the rule by the rule, you know?
Oh.
That's it. Right, up to the mosque, but it's here, it's okay. Up to like where you can take a picture of the mosque, it's okay, but not to go inside the fence. Yeah, of course. Of course. So here is okay. It's not a problem. Wow. So there's the entrance to the Nabi Mosque, the mosque built by Prophet Muhammad after he migrated from Mecca to Medina. He built this mosque next to his house, and it grew and grew over the centuries to become the massive structure and super important structure that it is today. You can see here all the people coming in reverence. Assalamu alaikum. To visit the mosque. So yes. That green dome, that's the burial place of the Prophet. A place revered by so many Muslims around the world. And another reason why this site is a must-go place during Hajj, the pilgrimage that every Muslim has to do one time in their life. You won't find many Jews who have visited as many mosques as I have, but this is something else. Quite an emotional moment to be here. And it's very important to note that we did not enter at all inside the compound of the mosque. Only this area, which is outside the mosque, okay, not inside the fenced area, which is permitted. At least that's my understanding based on the people that I asked before. So very important for me to adhere to the rules 100% and not do anything that I'm not supposed to do, to respect the holiness of the place. So we want to buy local, what do they call this? Abaya?
Jubba.
Juba, local juba. This is what it looks like. This is the more basic material one. And it's more affordable. So yeah, I will try it on. This is my size, yeah?
Size inshallah good.
Inshallah, good size? Yeah, it's good. Very good.
Okay.
Yeah, size good, no?
Yeah, good mashallah.
Arabi.
Yeah.
Ghani? Yes. Ghani? Arabi.
Yeah.
Okay. بكام؟ 25 ها؟
25.
25 okay. يلا, I do it.
YouTube كتكتين.
This guy knows what he's doing. But this for local people, no? It's okay, not local to wear this? No local. يعني هذا للناس محلي. هذا للناس محلي.
كل الناس يشتري.
كل الناس? Okay, no
كل-
problem? Okay, so
problem,
it's allowed? Okay, fine. Here we go. So it's another 20 for this. So 45 everything. 45 لكلها. 45.
30 40 45.
All right. Okay, transformation is complete. Now let's see if we can catch the bus to the Quba Masjid, which is not as impressive as the Prophet's Mosque, but it is the oldest mosque in the history of Islam. And again, we're careful not to go anywhere near the perimeter of the mosque. Respect the mosque and the worshippers. And yeah, it is beautiful. That's the goal here, is to see up close, to observe, to learn, to feel the atmosphere in a respectful manner. And look, you have here this beautiful walkway. And also on the side here, there's a sign telling you how far away you are from the Haram, the holy place at the center, the Prophet's Mosque that we saw earlier. 2.2 kilometers away on this walkway, if we keep going in that direction. Free coffee for pilgrims here, people in the vicinity of the mosque. So what are we doing here early in the morning? We're going to the cave of Bani Haram. من وين؟ من هنا؟ Okay, well, They could use some safety procedures here, but he's going to take me to this cave. It's not an easy climb. Look at this place.
She's Shop Bani Haram.
Shop Bani Haram.
Yeah, this is. يلا وصلنا.
Woo. Here, wow. Bloody hell.
Drink water and do. Drink water and do.
Drink water.
And do much spend.
There's some writings here. Wow. So we can see here all kinds of people who have visited this site and also prayed here. Obviously. They say this is the place that the Prophet Muhammad stayed in for several nights and prayed during the Battle of the Trench, which is an important battle mentioned in the Quran between the early Muslims and some other tribes that were here, in which Salman the Persian recommended to Muhammad to build a trench here, which was an unknown tactic at the time, and helped them defeat their enemies who didn't know how to break the siege. Wow, the sunset over Medina and the Prophet's mosque that you can see over there, and even the green dome, perhaps the burial place of the Prophet, and the rest of the city of Medina, huge, laying out across the mountain tops. And this mountain, well, it's time to tell you a story about that. This mountain is known here as Mount Selah. And the Hebrew Bible mentions Mount Selah. It's supposed to be in the kingdom of Edom, which is in modern-day Jordan. But according to Muslims, it is here in Saudi Arabia and relates to a passage in the book of Isaiah, the prophet Isaiah from the Bible. The villages that Kedar inhabits, let the inhabitants of Selah, this Mount Selah, sing. Let them shout from the top of the mountains. That describing the scene of the coming of a messenger of God. And Kedar in the Bible is the son of Ishmael, right? The other son of Abraham, Isaac and Ishmael. Ishmael being the ancestor of the Arabs and of the Prophet. And thus, for them, that is an early indicator of the coming of the last prophet, the Prophet Muhammad. And it's another example of the intertwining of our religions, Judaism and Islam, which is something that I explored a lot in this series of going to Muslim countries, sometimes countries that don't have relations with Israel or are not on good terms with Israel, starting with Egypt and continuing to places like Indonesia, Malaysia, Morocco, and now Saudi Arabia. It's been quite a journey, and it's also the end of this arc of my channel exploring that subject. I am moving on to other places and other things. I've learned a lot. If this has helped you bring yourself one step closer to mutual coexistence and understanding, then I've done something positive with this channel. But it's also been quite stressful, and I find the need now to explore other angles. So I'll just say thank you very much for following me on that grand journey and this amazing journey in Saudi Arabia. I really love this country. Maybe I'll be able to come back one day after a possible normalization agreement. If that happens, that would be a dream. But for now, I'll have to say goodbye to Saudi Arabia. Thank you so much for watching and for supporting, and I'll see you next time. Thank you. Shukran. Goodbye.